Today on Blueprint, we're gonna look at an anti-Broom Witch base from Pikachu, so let's dive in and see this video. Here is the base, guys, and we can see the core wizard towers with the flame spinner and obviously fire spinner or flame spinner, whichever you want to put it on. We got double poison towers and 4 air expos. You can see the air defense placement. Everything is very deep, so there can kind of be tested about like rockaloon drops because some people love to snipe even air defenses with that. So with this case, we have a harder hitting core with 3 air heroes right in there. Obviously some traps for world champion charges behind fire spitters, something that people love to do. And for the clan castle and sweepers, they're a bit out of reach by the giant arrow. So if you want to drop the queen with the giant arrow, you technically have to drop her in front of a lot of damage like ricochet, expose, and overall I wouldn't say it's the perfect spot for queen for a giant arrow. It's even tough to do it. It's not as easy, and in general I think the inferno placement is really good as well. We got core infernos, nice tornado before the core in case people want to drop those witches from the town hall. And without any further ado, let's dive into some replays and see how this base defends against the Broom Witch. So first attack, we have a 4 clone spell Broom Witch with some rockaloons. We got the minion prints, and of course we can see their equipment. Really nice equipment and high level, I would say. Let's see how this base defended and how the attacker approached it. So they sent 1 Broom Witch. Are they gonna clone? Yes, I think they are trying to clone or something. I'm not too sure. Maybe they test for traps. Let's see, man. Let's see. So the queen giant arrow is definitely one of the key things that we need to check. But what is the attacker doing? I think they're trying to test for as many traps around that area. Now he's gonna go in with a quick ward and ability. And guys, in Legends League, we got a lot of players, man. And as you can see, this one, not too much of a player, as he cannot really do much when the base is set up like this. He's still trying though. Nice clone, but there are some red air bombs, and this way he can get the core done and try to get even more than that and let the Sui and the heroes finish the base off. That's one thing he would probably like to do. But as you can see, guys, even if with core going down, look at the amount of damage on the surroundings of the base. This is when the base still defends. Not everything is in the core, because as you can see, this is how some people try to approach it. Once you crush the core, then there won't be any much base left. But Pikachu with this base made it in a way that there is still some damage left after the core. And obviously the witches can't really take down these heroes, so there can be some chances of your RC or your minion prints diving into the base and having to take a lot of damage. Let's see where they drop the RC. I'm really interested because yes, okay, that would be it. I think yes, they got a rocket spear. They could take some nice and extra value, but overall a lot of splash and point defenses on the back end to try to stop this attack. Now the recommended CC is dragons or super dragons or electro titans. I will definitely ask it and it will be on the screen for you guys so you can check it out for sure what Pikachu recommended. I personally love to have the super dragons and the headhunters. They work really well in the current meta, and you can see how even like the base can sometimes be very close, but a defense is a defense in Legends. It will make sure you push high. And obviously if you've been watching our recent videos about these strategies, you need something to be able to 320 cup every day. That way with this type of bases you may have a good chance of pushing high. Obviously the rest is just clean up. We're just gonna speed things through. I don't think this minion is gonna do much, so we're gonna move on to the next replay. Next up we have this replay and we're gonna see what they did. This one is gonna be an RC charge, I believe, because they got 11 invisibility spell and the rocket spare. So yeah, not the haste wall. Let's see what they do. So they also got a recall, actually. That's why they got the rocket spare. Otherwise it's better to have the haste wall. So they're trying to RC walk and they're actually not going into the traps which are set by the lower side of the base. Otherwise it would be, yeah, I don't know. But now this Broom Witch is very smart because it can trigger some air traps and air skeletons before this guy actually starts the attack. So interesting Broom Witch by them. Nice little minion, and you can already see the difference between attackers from the last one and this one. This one is a lot better, cleaner, I would say, and a lot versatile with the RC charge because they can go and grab the core. But as you can see, DRC sometimes might not end up going to the core due to the hero placements. So let's see what else they can get. This is where DRC will probably end up going into these traps that Pikachu has on his base. Wow, a lot of traps as you can see, and DRC ability is going off. He's probably going to try to get some spares down before he recalls. Yes, that's what he does. Let's see where he drops DRC back, because guys, there's still a lot of base left. So yeah, now Siege Barracks is an interesting choice. Let's see. He does not have a headhunter, but luckily the king runs outside of the wall, of course, and he's waiting a bit too long. What is he trying to do? He's a bit confused with the core. I don't know. Can he drop everything into the core? We'll have to just see. He's trying to angle things in case there's many traps. And yes, that was a nice little key thing. He tried to pull the poison tower into another side where the warden isn't, so the warden doesn't get slowed down. This was a little nice trick. RC for the town hall. This is a very clean setup regarding this base, and I can just say wow, like it's a very clean setup. Let's see how it got defended. Maybe it's even a time fill, I'm not too sure, but he has actually 3 furnace in the clan castle. Is that a good CC or a bad CC? I personally don't know. As I told you, rather have the super dragon with headhunters. Usually the super dragon does a lot of damage and it's splash, and the headhunters usually run to the warden and take it down quickly. But as you can see, the furnace is also doing decent. He's taking so much damage. The Teslas are still there. He still got the core like heroes, whereas they can do some heavy damage. Let's see, the Minion Priest does not have the Phoenix. This little Tesla farm on the town hall is very, very clever. Sometimes it could stop a 1-star, sometimes it could stop an RC with the rocket spur hitting the town hall straight up. But wow, this base, the setup was amazing. The RC charge got baited a bit and the attacker wasn't as lucky, but still a nice defense. As I said, it's all good when it's any percentage, even if it's a 99. But we're gonna move on to one last replay. Last attacker here, and let's see what they have. So they take the Minion Prince, but with the king, which is interesting. So we were saying all the majority of attacks, I would say, except the zap or something like the overgrowth. But something that I really want to do on my own channel too is like bringing a version with the overgrowth, which is crazy. Just overgrowth the base and just go around it. It's insane. Like soon maybe we'll bring one in the YouTube channel of Blueprint as well for you guys. So yeah, hopefully we'll be there. But yeah, let's see what they do. So they do have some clones. I've seen some people who try to clone these like troops into the core so they get the core a bit. But this guy is just confused in my opinion. Nice giant arrow. You can see some people, they cannot really get the visor towers with the giant arrow and try to lightning them, because then the air defenses will stay up, same as the sweepers. At the same time, they can't get the sweepers and damage the wizard towers. So there's always these little choices, but this one is more closer to the first version that we saw with the full spam into the core. This is where the base has to shine, with the traps, the poison spell, and the expos with the multi infernos and fire spitters and triple air hero. These troops died out quickly, but they did get decent value of the base, whereas again you have to go around the damage which is outputted on the corners and surrounding of the base. So let's see if this base will defend a 1-star, maybe even. They got some nice clan castle with the super dragon, and it's interesting. Again, these Teslas are taking all these damage from these little Yeti mites, I'm gonna call them. But holy, this is a lot. Like I would say the execution, you're like, hold on, the core is dead. How is the base defending every time? All the value should be in the core. Well, this is the beauty of these bases, right? So they have some damage on the outside. Very, very interesting. Again, big shout out to Pikachu. But let's see if this Minion Prince can actually go through this. Let's put it on double time and see this, because the Minion Prince does have the jelly, and bringing the king, usually people take the Phoenix. So that's one of the reasons. I think, yes, with time, this Minion Prince could take down the town hall, unless the Minion Prince on the defense distracts it and then brings it to the other heroes. But oh, it's not going there. Okay, I see. With one free spell, he can definitely take down the Town Hall, I think, and it's a nice free spell, but the Minion Prince isn't enough to take down this base by himself. There is an Air Expo, which is gonna take him down. Another defense by Pikachu. Big shout out to him again. But if you guys enjoyed this base and want to test it by yourself, the link of it will be down below in the description. Don't forget to use code BLUE in the shop. It will support us a lot, and we'll see you soon on the next one. Take care. Peace.